In our last video, we covered basic income entry navigation, how to use the form finder, the lookup tool, the guide me functionality versus the enter myself. And we're going to go to a little more specific topic, and specific being the Schedule C, business income or loss. So I'm going to click enter myself. Actually, just show you how this works. I'm going to start typing in schedule and it pulls up all my schedules. I click on go to Schedule C and it takes me right there. The Schedule C is made up of really 4 or 5-ish sections. We've taken those and broken those up into their component parts just to make it a little bit easier. Now, we do have the business name, address, and business type in one screen. Makes it very simple to complete. Did you have a business name? If you didn't have a DBA, then it's assuming your personal name and your social security number as the header type. Now, your business code, you can either select a business code from this list, very large list, or you can type in what you did. What were you? I was a landscaper. Oops. And that will satisfy the IRS requirement as well. Click continue and we jump into our Schedule C. The main section generally is business income information, questions about your business. Then you have income and your expenses. We've taken the expenses portion, broken it up into just as kind of, like I said, it's component parts, and it makes it a little bit easier to navigate. 9 times out of 10, we don't even need to go into these questions about our business. They're generally everybody's set up pretty typical. I mean, unless you have something atypical, then you might need to go in there and touch it. When we're entering in our income, we have our gross receipts or sale. This is also where the 1099K would go. If somebody did receive a 1099K from, let's just say, PayPal or Uber or some other credit card processing company, that information would go here. I'm going to say we had gross sales of 3,500 bucks and we click continue. And then we go into our general expenses. We don't have any costs of goods sold. We were providing a service. So we'll click general expenses. We had 500 in advertising for our landscape business. We had office expense. We had legal. We had some contracts to write. And we'll throw in some basic supplies, gas, and all that good stuff. Click continue. You can see that it's automatically calculating my return at the top here for me, going up and down as it would, as the calculations determine. Click car and truck expense. So if we're doing landscaping, we got to have a truck. And the truck was placed in service on 01/01 of 2015. And we had business miles of 5,000, and we had commuting miles of 1,000, and we had another 1,000 of other. Check if you or you guys, you or your spouse have another vehicle available for personal use. Yep, we have a car in addition to the truck. Did you have the vehicle was available for personal use during off-duty hours? Yes, yes, yes. Click continue and we'll watch the calculation rerun. If you had multiple trucks, you had multiple work vehicles, you can click add here and add all of those in here if they were for this business activity, or do you need to create a separate business activity if you had a separate company and a construction company not related to the landscape business. We're going to call that good for now. Actually, let's touch depreciation real quick. Depreciation is a very touchy subject. It can be complex. It can be very straightforward depending on what it is you're depreciating. We're going to click into assets. We're going to call this a computer. Date placed in service again was 01/01 of 2015. The cost was 2,500 bucks, and business use percentage was 100%. And we just bought it this year. We don't have to worry about that. The useful life is 4 years for that computer, and we're going to click continue after we select our straight line. And that's really all we got to do for simple assets. You don't got to get too complex or too crazy with it. But that is the basics. So what did we do? We entered in our income. We entered in our general expenses, car and truck expense, depreciation. We didn't go into other expenses, but those are basic. That's like a kind of a catch-all. The only other thing I think would be appropriate is to add 1099 miscellaneous and attach it to this Schedule C. So let's do that real quick. So let's just use our form finder real quick, pull up our 1099 miscellaneous dash MIS. There we go. And here it is. What did we have? Well, in non-employee comp, we had 2,500 bucks, and our payer EIN is the same one as our W-2, just to make it real simple on me. And then we click continue. We're then going to add this to our Schedule C just by clicking add, and that's it. So create your Schedule C, put your 1099 miscellaneous in, add it to that Schedule C and attach it, and that's really all that's to it. So hopefully that all made sense and I just followed it very logically and very clean for you guys. If you have any questions, any challenges, feel free to give us a call and we'll walk you through it. Thanks so much.